Friedrich Nietzsche, philosophy. The affirmation of life. The two key insights to all Nietzsche. Life is terrible and tragic. Just like Schopenhauer said. The superior person realizes this and has the strength to say yes to life. Unlike Schopenhauer, who advocated the resistance and the denial of life, eluding being by retreating into our non-being. Schopenhauer was decadent and weak-willed. In The Birth of Tragedy, Nietzsche maintains that the Greeks knew well that life is terrible, inexplicable, and dangerous, yet didn't surrender by pessimism by turning their backs on it. Instead, they transmuted the world and human life through art. Their culture itself, is a unity of two attitudes. The forces of life, Dionysian, and the love of form and beauty, Apollonian. Dionysian, stronger one, stream of life itself, breaks all barriers and ignores all restraints, affirms and embraces existence and all its darkness and horror, producing tragedy music. Apollonian, light, measure, restraint. The principle of individualization creates an ideal world of form and beauty, producing the Olympian mythology, epic and plastic arts. Nietzsche believed that the German culture, characterized by domination of knowledge and science, had exposed itself to the revenge of the Diconian or vital forces. Will to power. In his decadence, Schopenhauer saw the world as meaningless and purposeless. Will to existence or will to live. He had failed to see the sense of joy and vitality that is achieved when a superior person faces the meaningless world and clear-sightedly imposes his own values on it. The superior person neither shrinks from the struggles of life nor struggles blindly, but wills to live deliberately and consciously. Nietzsche calls this sense of joy and vitality, accompanying the imposition of values on a meaningless world, tragic optimism. It is belies the reality that the world is not will to existence, but will to power. This world is the will to power and nothing else, and you yourself too are this will to power and nothing else. The world is not an illusion, so the will to power is not some underlying transcendent metaphysical ununity like Schopenhauer's infinite will, but the actual process of becoming in the world. Will to power is the intelligible character of this process. However, it is not the truth about the world. Will to power must be understood not as new metaphysical doctrine, but reality, but a way of looking at the world, perhaps a hypothesis. In Beyond Good and Evil, Nietzsche notes that logical method compels the look for a principle of explanation. A living thing desires above all to vent its strength. Life as such is will to power. Self-preservation is only one of the indirect most frequent consequences of it. Granted, finally, that one succeeded in explaining our entire instinctual life as the development and ramification of one basic form of will as the will to power, as my theory. Granted that one could trace all organic functions back to this will to power and could also find In it, the solution to the problem of procreation and nourishment. They are one problem. One would have acquired the right to define all efficient force unequivocally as will to power. The world seen from within, the world described and defined according to its intelligible character. It would be will to power and nothing else. You look at life in two different ways. You can look at it negatively, you can look at it positively. Supposedly, this life is meaningless, but you have to give meaning to. Everybody has a choice. What is your choice? We'll continue this talk in our next video. It's your boy Jason Yamamoto, and I'll talk to you guys later. Nice, breathe.